Thank you again for being here, and that was a tough act to follow after Mr. Sanjeev Sanyal, but we'll try because, like Pavitra introduced, this artificial intelligence is the buzzword. It is impacting all sectors. I mean, who could think that you no longer, banks have been evolving with emerging technology, right? But the last couple of years have been particularly exciting with generative AI and whatnot. We all think we're experts now pretty much, but we'll leave it to the real ones. And so this distinguished panel, we hope, will answer what the innovations and digital solutions for an AI-dotted financial services future will look like. So all of you, thank you very much for being here. And Professor Arya Kumar, if I could start with you. To start by laying out the context of where India stands as far as our artificial intelligence capabilities are concerned. We just heard, Mr. Sanyal talk about how this is India's decade and the decades to come, and we must make the most of this opportunity. So where do we currently stand, whether it is talent, whether it is workforce, where does our advantage lie?
Yeah, thank you so much. I think AI is going to play a very critical and vital role as far as the technology and its implications to the Indian economy are concerned. We've been talking about becoming third leading economy soon in another 3 years or so. And technology, technology, and technology. Today we say mobile technology, mobile people, mobile money, mobile banking. And in all this, the core part would remain technology. We are moving fast. When I look at the Indian economy today, as far as the skills are concerned, school level students are talking of AI. The college level, they are in a big burst in terms of AI-driven startups coming up. Ernst & Young, as well as the other major reports which have come on a skill set as far as India is concerned, the AI factor as far as acceptance is concerned, we are moving very fast. As far as the research and academia is concerned, we are the fifth largest AI is concerned. We need to put in a lot of, I'll say, further effort. Although Niti Aayog has come out with the research leading to almost 10,000 crores of investment in AI-driven technologies, but still, on a research front, I would say we spend almost just 0.7% of GDP, which has to go up if we really would like to make use of this opportunity at this point of time. So I'm sure that we are ready for moving ahead very fast. Skill set is ready with us. The deep technology, we need to do much more than what we have been doing today. And the research-driven investment, be it the banks, be it the industry, be it the research institutions, be it the academia, all have to join hands. And therein, the major push in terms of a research, which is a purposive research, which is a research which is giving a direct impact on a GDP, has to happen. Thank you.
No doubt, and you spoke of collaboration as well, and you spoke about the need to build that skill force. Let me ask the other academic mind on the panel here. When you think of a country like India with its diverse opportunities and challenges both for a 1.4 billion strong population, what to your mind is the best possible integration of artificial intelligence in the field of finance? Because for a vast segment of the population, even to this day, financial inclusion, real financial inclusion remains a challenge. So what could artificial intelligence do to change the game?
So artificial intelligence can do a lot of things, but whether it will be done in India in next decade, I'm a bit pessimistic. Technologies-wise, we have done huge, but AI and technology are two different things in a way. So technology-wise, we have done UPI, is like, fabulous job. We are the leader in the world. But AI needs data and algorithm coming together. And this is where we are lacking, and the way that our structure is right now, it will lack probably in a big way. But there is a lot of scope. So already UPI, if you can see, it's increasing the credit growth, even the financial inclusion, the fintech companies, the payment revenue-based financing is increasing a lot. So it's getting there, and it will continue to do so. But whether we'll have an exponential push through AI, I'm not so sure.
But what to your mind, sure, we'll take some time getting there, but what is the best possible integration of AI into the world of financial services today that could unlock opportunities for a country like India?
So the major obstacle we have is two or three. One is, if you look at the US market, the best brains of AI are actually in the industry. And industry creates the major innovation mainly because I can create an algorithm, but I don't have enough data to train. That's where Google, Facebook, Amazon get the lead. India is still enormously lagging with the collaboration of industry and academia. So for example, if I approach a bank today, like Chase Bank has done in US, Wells Fargo has done, what they have done, they have basically anonymized the entire data for last 20 years, and any researcher can come in their server and test their algorithm, and they can do a lot of things. So this kind of environment, unless this comes, and I can create an algorithm. Does it work? I don't know. And that's where the major problem is. At the same time, the financial sector sits on tons of data, and for them, because they are bogged down in so many day-to-day stuff, for them to innovate is very tough. So the marriage somewhere has to happen.
Well, let me ask the gentleman sitting next to you from State Bank of India, is it that tough really, to integrate technology into banking? What has State Bank of India been doing in the last couple of years when this generative AI has come about? When we think of generative AI, we immediately think chatbots. But the application surely is much beyond that.
No, let me first say that I don't completely agree with Professor Ghosh here, because yes, algorithms are easy to develop and any data scientist can do that. Training the models requires data, like he said, but the data is now available in abundance, largely for the fact that a lot of data gets generated, much more than what we've generated in the preceding all the years that data has been generated. So there is enough and more data. We just have to find a way of making use of that data. So in SBI, the way we are looking at generative AI is, first of all these large language models on which generative AI is based, or vice versa, whichever way you look at it, most of them are offshore. They are not in India. Now we are seeing an emergence of LLMs in India. You interviewed Bhavish also the day he announced, this. Well,
those
LLM
are at very
model.
early stages, yes.
Very early stages,
yeah.
but so I do agree with Professor Arya Kumar when he says that deep tech has been missing in India. So we have really lacked a lot of research and deep tech related work. In SBI, what we started to do was analytics. Yes, we set up quite a few years ago. The data science practice evolved to substituting and replacing the statistical models which were developed by statisticians by AI models which are developed by data scientists, because we don't have any dearth of data. So we have enough and more data to train our models, to make them work. And we also managed to come up with a framework to make sure that it works within the guardrails of being responsible as far as the AI is concerned, also making sure that it is ethical, it is inclusive, it doesn't have biases, it doesn't have this whole notion of concept drift, that it intends to do something, but over time, the concept starts drifting and it starts producing another set of outcomes, like what the Deputy Governor and even the Governor in the IBA conference highlighted, that don't excessively depend on algorithmic lending. So we keep calibrating and recalibrating. Now the way we are looking at generative AI is that, one, of course, from the point of view of cybersecurity, which I'm sure we probably might be discussing here, but because these models are all offshore, we don't have too much of a source code in India. The best thing that anybody can do today is to only run some use cases, led POCs. But in the medium term, at least our aspiration is, one, for the fact that we've invested early on into analytics, data science, and AI. Yeah. And in fact, one of our models already has a patent, an AI model for fraud detection. And we have multiple such models, which are performing very well. One of our aspirations is to actually develop our own large language model, which is specific to banking domain. Why depend on ChatGPT? Why depend on somebody else?
So is SBI building their own SBI GPT?
We aspire to do that. We aspire to, like Bloomberg GPT you're familiar with. It is a domain-specific GPT. There is another, set of GPTs which are domain-specific. So why should we just worry too much about, ChatGPT writing poems and essays and all of that? We could, with our set of data, I'm sure we can develop our own large language models. And to that extent, what we did recently, we have partnered with IIT Bombay. We have set up a Center for Data Science and Analytics, where the primary charter for us is to research, train, and also work on very specific use cases around generative AI, but eventually build the skills to write and develop our own LLMs.
Well,
This will come. I'm not saying that this is a plan, which is already there, but this is an aspiration that we do have, that eventually we should insource. And one of the risks with AI that we very clearly see, and that is a problem that we saw long back in SBI, is that all of AI talent is insourced. We don't outsource anything because you don't want anything to go wrong with your data security controls, privacy, and of course the new norms that we are seeing now.